set. Racing. Peppy Jack got a flying start, but McNaughton leads from Recharger. Third is No Apology Racing, one off the fence, and then came Megazone out a little bit wider. On the inside is Miss Miranda. Noble Lawrence is settling back second last. And last on the inside is Ukbar Ted. 1100 to go. And it's Peppy Jack rolling along nicely out in front. 3/4 to Recharger. 2 away, No Apology. Miss Miranda on the inside. Megazone got over. And then came Noble Lawrence back second last. And Ukbar Ted is at the rear of the field. 900 metres left to go. And it's Peppy Jack showing the way. 3/4 to Recharger. 2 Noble and No Apology. And 2 away, Megazone, who's too keen on the outside. Then Miss Miranda the inside, followed by Noble Lawrence, and Ukbar Ted is at the back of the field. So controlling the affair, Peppy Jack leads a half. On the outside, Recharger. 2 to No Apology, getting a good run. Miss Miranda the inside, and then came Megazone to the outside. Noble Lawrence, but put under some pressure. And Ukbar Ted is about to get to the outside as well as a corner. Peppy Jack, Recharger. No Apology moved up 3 wide, 4 wide is Megazone. And just in behind them, Miss Miranda. To the outside is Noble Lawrence, and then came Ukbar Ted at the 250. Peppy Jack joined by No Apology. Recharger back in the centre. Megazone the outside. Miss Miranda the inside. No Apology got the nose in front. Down the outside is Megazone. Peppy Jack comes back, then Miss Miranda, but it's No Apology in front of Peppy Jack, Megazone, and late on the scene Noble Lawrence, but it's No Apology. No Apology has won. Had a beautiful run and got home by 3/4 to Peppy Jack. Megazone third. Noble Lawrence late fourth. Never Likely. And then came Miss Miranda, followed by Recharger, and Ukbar Ted wasn't ready and finished at the back. Brad Parham gave No Apology a beautiful run, number 2. 2, 7, 6 and 3. No Apology. Number 2 is the winner. $4.10 and $1.50. And Brad Parham riding hard over the final stages, doing the better work over Peppy Jack, who led them up. And it was a little bit difficult to come from the back there with not a lot of speed in the mid stages. Peppy Jack controlling the affair. No Apology sat third, 2 lengths off the 2 leaders. Recharger sat outside the leader. And Megazone was quite good because it was a bit keen in the run and then had to make an early move out wider and battled on tenaciously. Noble Lawrence was doing its best work late, but really never looked likely today. And Ukbar Ted finished a clear last. Miss Miranda got an inside run, but the Saturday class today maybe just a little bit beyond her, but she ran quite bravely back on the inside. Protest upheld at Morphettville, so West Australian connections will be happy with the win of Behemoth there as we head downstairs. Brittany?
Thanks, Richie. Yes, we were watching that race live. Scotty, you called it. You said that'll be one in the stewards' room, and indeed it was, with that protest upheld at Morphettville. But we're just waiting in the yard for SJ Miller after the victory of No Apology. He has a couple horses returning today off a spell, and No Apology was one of those. 98 days since we last saw the declaration of war galloper, and today, given a peach by Brad Parham Scott, this horse was able to run away for victory.
One back in the map, Britt. That's the way it turned out too. And when he peeled to the outside of Recharger and Peppy Jack, he looked like he was going to be hard to run down. And to Peppy Jack's credit, Britt, he fought back doggedly to run second. Megazone may have just peaked on the run. And in the end, I think Noble Lawrence has probably run to that parade. He didn't want to go to the races today. And in the end, he's run a floundering fourth.
It was interesting, wasn't it, to watch this horse. He is by Alfred Nobel. They can be a bit hot from time to time, this favourite, but he was a short quote and he was really sweating up and just so reluctant to head to the gates. And perhaps that was just a sign for him that today wasn't his day, or that he'd had enough. But therefore, we saw him run out of the money, but perhaps the sign was pre-race with just how he didn't want to head to the start. But No Apology, this is a horse that is happy to be back at the races, that is for sure and certain, and clearly has come back in really nice order. We saw this horse was always pretty consistent last campaign and got up to 1,800 metres. So today kicking off at 14, you'd imagine that that SJ Miller will be happy to see him step up in journey throughout this campaign. I'm not sure if S is even here today because he hasn't come into the yards and perhaps not here today, so we'll wait and get a word with Brad Parnham about this horse today. Peppy Jack comes back into the second place stall, and Jade McNaught, you were right, there was a dogged fight to the finish there from Peppy Jack, but just couldn't hold off No Apology in Megazone. Well, the Ashmaley's Yard continuing in fine form at the moment and accepting another placing there. But it is No Apology. Brad Parnham unsaddling, and we'll get a word with Brad soon. I'm really looking forward. I was hoping that SJ was here so we can ask him about Red Hot Tip later in the day, Scott, to know just how this horse has returned. An interesting galloper who we saw at 3,100 metres at the end of last campaign. Just how deep into a campaign do we need to wait for a horse like that, stepping to 1,600 today, or could we expect to run fresh?
Exactly right, Brett. He trialled on Monday. He trialled really well. I think it was a 14.50 trial, but he got the job done, so it suggests that he's in good order, and he comes straight to the races on a Saturday. First up at the mile. Look, he's probably a horse that you can always wait and see how he goes today, and you'll see him only getting better and better over further. But back on this horse, No Apology. He was given the run of the race. He finished it off nicely. Bradley, is that exactly what you were expecting?
Well, yeah, I mean, you never expect to win, but I suppose I knew he was coming here with a good chance, and drew a good gate, so I was always going to get a good run, and yeah, it worked out.
Like they were getting along at a reasonable enough clip behind Peppy Jack?
Yeah, it was reasonable enough without being too quick, so I was able to just be settled where I was, and I didn't have to go too early or anything. I just could bide my time a bit, and yeah, you know, he did the job nice.
Ace has tried him over a few different distances throughout the years. What does he feel like to you?
I suppose he's a little fresher today, so the 1,400 seemed good to him. I suppose anywhere sort of the 1,600 is probably his sweet spot, so just look at what good options are around for him around that mark.
I can see some important family members over the fence there. Can we get a word on Indian Pacific for them?
Yeah, the conditions are good for him today. I was really happy to see it not rain, so he's in good order. He's got to carry a bit of weight, so that'll be a tough task for him, but yeah, I think conditions are favouring him here today, so he should be right there.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
There's Brad Parnham winning on No Apology for SJ Miller, taking out the Silk Veneer Panels handicap.
He left a car at a bar of soap and a scrubbing brush next to an opposite use this down to your bum.